Hello. Let's do a little draft the ASMR way. So we'll be playing M21. We will be playing a quick draft, but it won't be quick. It will be slow and relaxing because we are going to take our sweet time with this, going over all the decisions. And the reason I will draft against bots and not humans is that here I have all the time in the world, so we can just chill out and think about these sweet cards. The first pack here we have Stormwing Entity, blue and 3 for a 3/3 flying prowess. And this spell costs blue 2 less to cast if you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. When Stormwing Entity enters the battlefield, scry 2. Now this card is a bomb. This card is awesome. And we are going to pick this card. But let's just talk for a little bit about the other cards in the back. We have a Siege Striker. This is actually really good. It's a 1/1 double strike for white and 2. And then when it attacks, we can tap any number of untapped creatures that we control to give it +1/+1 for each of them until end of turn. So this can get in for a lot of damage. Reign of Revelation. It draws 3 cards and then we discard a card. It's an instant. It's really good. Capture Sphere is sort of, it's playable removal, but it's not that good. Then we have Crypt Lurker and Rise Again. These cards work in tandem. Can discard a card from my hand, preferably a card like Gloom Sower, and then we can rise it again. So this is actually pretty funny how we have the discard outlet, the discard target, and the discard reanimation spell all lined up here. Chandra's Magmod, one of the best doges. It's very nice. It works with a lot of stuff like Chandra's Pyroling. Then Shock is a prime removal spell in this format. Turn to Slag is pretty bad. Snare Spinner is acceptable. We are going to pick the Stormwing Entity though. This deck, this one goes in the Prowess deck, in the blue-red spells deck. This is where we want to play this. But it's playable in any blue deck. We are hoping, well, we won't get the Shock back. It's too valuable, but we want a Shock with this. Let's see what we get. Alright. Here we see the Indulging Patrician. It's a very, very strong card, but I'm not going to take it. It's a gold card, it's 2 colors. We're not even in any of those colors. And I don't really like that deck that much anyways. Then we see the Feet of Resistance, one of the best commons. And we see the Lanoir Visionary here as well. So the pick is basically between the Lanoir Visionary. It's basically the second best green common after Pteranodon, and Feet of Resistance. And I think I'm leaning on feat of resistance here. It actually works with Stormwing Entity, even though not that good. It's also funny how Silver Smoke Ghoul, which is a target for the Gain 3 deck in black-white, and we have the Indulging Patrician Vampire here that can reanimate this. I think I will take the feat of resistance. So the Llanowar Visionary would go in a Simic deck that's blue-green, where we would try to find cards that trigger some benefit or gain some value when we draw extra cards, and that's sort of the whole theme in M21 of a Simic. But I mean, we are in no way sure that we are going to play this Stormwing Entity, even though it's very good. We are not going to force it. So let's take the feat of resistance, even though I think that a good blue-green deck is better than a good white-blue deck. This is just a very good card. Let's try and take this and see what we get. Wow. Okay, here something interesting happened. We got the Waker of Waves. Now this is the best target for reanimation because it's it can discard itself. It's a 7/7, and creatures our opponent control get -1 in power, and that's actually very relevant. It's really good. But the reason this is so good is that even if we are playing it in blue-white, where we cannot reanimate it, and we maybe draw it on our opening hand, and we need something that we can cast and it's too expensive, we can just discard it, look at the top 2 cards of our library, put one of them into our hand and the other into our graveyard. So this is just a very good card. Notable mentions are Malefic Scythe. It's a pretty good card. I don't like playing black if I can avoid it. Opt, good blue card, especially in blue-red and blue-green. Skeleton Archer is actually quite good. It's nice with Alchemist Gift, where you can give it Death Touch, so when it pings when it enters the battlefield, whatever it pings, unless it's a Planeswalker or a player, that thing dies. Okay, but the Waker of Waves goes pretty nicely with the Stormwing Entity, and it's just a good card. Let's go and get that and hope to get an opt back that we can play with the entity. We have an opt here, and then we have the Gale Swooper and the Angelic Ascension. Angelic Ascension is really good. The Gale Swooper is pretty good, and the opt is pretty good. The Igneous Cur is it's good for Boros aggro, but what you really want is you want the Alpine Houndmaster, and then this becomes really good. With what we have here, I am a little bit, even though it may sound a little bit weird, a little bit inclined to take the opt over the Angelic Ascension. Angelic Ascension does create a 4/4 flying white angel, and we would just sacrifice some of our own stuff. But right now we haven't anything that we really want to sacrifice. And I mean, Stormwing Entity with opt is really good. You just cast opt, draw a card, and play Stormwing Entity for 3. Which is sort of ridiculous. You get a 3/3 flying prowess that scries 2 for just 3 mana. And we are like, I think I will take the opt here. It's the way to keep us the most open also, because then if we see no more good white cards, then we can play maybe blue-green or blue-red. So let's Crash Through is also an honorable mention because it's good with Stormwing Entity, and it's a very good card in blue-red spells matter. But let's take the opt here. Okay. Here we see some good cards. We see the Alpine Houndmaster and the Indulging Patrician. I don't think I am willing to lose all these two great blue cards for the Alpine Houndmaster, even though the Alpine Houndmaster is really good. Here we see Feet of Resistance. It's a very good card. Gale Swooper's still pretty good. You hop something when it enters the battlefield. It has flying. It's a significant body on the battlefield. We also see Mistral String Singer. It's a pretty nice card in blue-white flyers. But Feet of Resistance is just better. Indulging Patrician still good, but we are not going down that route, and we have no red, so the Alpine Houndmaster is not for us. Not yet. I think it will be the Feet of Resistance. This is the first kind of tough pick. Okay, so we have Waker of Waves, Storming Entity, Feet of Resistance, and Opt. Let's do this. Oh my god. That's the third Indulging Patrician. That's a little bit ridiculous. That's a little bit ridiculous. But I think the swift response here is excellent. Absolutely excellent for us. Not going to take up. If there had been no good cards in this pack for our blue-white deck, I would actually have taken the Patrician and then just hoping to wheel all of the other Patricians. But that would have made me sad. That was a sad route to go with all these great cards. There's also honorable mention the Jewel Land here. We can hope to wheel this. We would like to have this in our deck. And actually Frost Breath could also be okay if we end up with a lot of prowess stuff. But the Swift Response is a pretty playable removal spell. Hey, stuff is going on. So we have Opt, Reign of Revelation, and Siege Striker. And Siege Striker is good. It's not at its best in blue-white, because blue-white tend to have this idea that they want to put some walls on the ground and attack in the sky. But with 2 Feet of Resistances, we can pump this, and that makes Double Strike way better. Of course, Reign of Revelation also good, and Opt also good. But Siege Striker is a nice creature that I don't mind picking here at pick 7. It's also a signal that white could be pretty open. So let's take the Siege Striker. And here we have another nice card. Actually, Celestial Enforcer is the only way to really play this card is in blue-white skies, where you have a lot of stuff that can fly so that we can tap creatures, because this ability only works. We can only tap our opponent's creatures if we have flyers. But Rousing Reed is just a fantastic card. Like, put this on Siege Striker, give him flying, give him a +1/+1 counter, tap something, attack for 1,000,000 damage. It's just too good. So let's take a Rousing Reed. And then we get another Siege Striker. Okay, none of these other cards here are really interesting at all. Siege Striker is excellent. Okay. Then we have the Warded Battlements. We are playing best of one, so the Rambunctious mod really not that interesting. Cancel, it's playable, I don't like it that much. The dual land is okay if we want to splash, but the Battlement's actually pretty good. It's good with the Siege Striker. It's actually really good with, like, anything that pumps this is just great. And you know, it's a wall, we put it on the ground and then it boosts all of our attackers. So not saying that I will necessarily play this, depending on what we end up with, but it's a fine card this late. Okay, here there's nothing really for us. We will take the Rambunctious mod. We will put it in the sideboard. Probably not going to play this, hoping to not play it. This looks like a signal that red is open. So I will take the Igneous Cur, just for the off chance that somehow we end up with some Alpine Houndmasters and we want to play Boros aggro. I mean, that's probably not happening with these blue cards, but I mean, our white cards are also good. And yeah, put this in the sideboard. And this is not really interesting. We want to pass Track Down. I think to put the bots into green. We don't want to be playing green. There's very, very, very little probability that we'll end up in green. These two colors not really interesting, so I think we will take this pretty terrible land that we are not going to play, but we're just trying to help solidify the bots in other colors so that they will send us cards in our colors. And we got the Tranquil Cove back, that's nice. Jungle Hollow, not going to play that. Let's see what we open. Okay. We have a rare. But it's not really for us here. I mean, it works well with Opt, it works with Rousing Reed, but the turn you play this card, it doesn't do anything. And it can just whiff completely, and we don't want that. Works with Defiant Strike as well. However, Tempered Veteran is really good. I could move in early on Frantic Inventory as well, but I'm not going to, because this one can make our Siege Strikers better. You can put +1/+1 counters on the Siege Strikers. And we have two Feet of Resistances that can put +1/+1 counters on them as well. Stormwing Entity. Oh my god, I thought this spell costs blue 2 to cast if we cast an instant or sorcery spell. It doesn't, it just costs blue 1. That's insane. So we wanna pick up some more opts, because that means we can play this on turn 3, which is just completely ridiculous. But Timber and Wits are pretty good in this deck. Want to boost our Siege Strikers. Okay, what's going on here? Fourth Indulgent Patrician. Nothing really in blue or white. Valorous Steed, playable. Spined Megalodon, It's a pretty good reanimation target, otherwise it's pretty expensive. Rookie mistake. Could that maybe help us play Stormwing Entity? I don't know. Is this good with Siege Striker? Let's say I attack. It allows Siege Striker to survive almost anything and kill almost anything if I just tap whatever one and attack with Siege Striker. It's a 2/2 double strike. They block with anything, and I play this and I make a Siege Striker into a 2/4 double strike. It will kill anything, won't necessarily survive anything. The fact that it can help me play Stormwing Entity, is that interesting to me? Maybe not. Okay. Then look at this miscast. Counter target instant or sorcery spell. No, it's not interesting at all. Spore Weaver is pretty good rare, but it's just like B tier. It's nothing special. Nothing I want to switch out of blue-white for. Pride Malkin, good green card. Nothing I want to switch out for. Some bot somewhere is playing the life gain deck with all the Indulgent Patricians. So I think we are landing on the Valorous Steed here. It's also okay with the Warded Battlements, but it's not a pick that I'm particularly happy about. Okay, let's put in the sideboard. Now here we maybe have some business. Riddle Form. Is that good in our deck? Usually we play this in Izzet spells, blue-red spells. Opt, no, it's good with Opt. Swift response, we can't be sure. We can play this, no. Riddle Form, not too strong in this deck, but Opt is, because of Stormwing Entity. White seems closed from this side. Maybe we won't be seeing that much more white in this pack here. Let's go with the Opt. It's a playable card. It's good in our deck. Okay, here I will take... I could take the Riddle Form. I think Gale Swooper is better for our deck. Even though now I do have 2 Opts, I have 2 Feet of Resistances, I do have Swift Response, but I just don't want to have like an enchantment that I can't, that just sits there on the battlefield doing almost nothing. I can pay to scry, but that's not that interesting. Secure the Scene, I would like to have one to cure the scene in this deck. It's a pretty bad removal spell, but it does exile everything except lands. So I think it's the Gale Swooper. I'm happy with this card. It's impressed me quite a bit. It can jump. The Siege Striker, get in for a lot of damage. I think here actually we're taking the Defiant Strike. Like, could take Goblin Wizardry and get all those Riddle Forms back, but we'll be ditching all these awesome white cards. We won't be doing that. Defiant Strike works with the Stormwing Entity. This may be the only deck ever where Defiant Strike is actually kind of good. So let's go with that. It's the 5th Indulging Patrician. We could have had a deck with 5 Indulging Patricians. But I actually like our deck maybe even better than that, and we did right by not taking the Indulgent Patricians. This is just random. Are we taking the Short Sword or the Valorous Steed here? The Short Sword pretty good with Siege Striker. Gives us something to do on turn 1. But our creature count, it's 7. And Waker of Waves is really, really late usually. It'll get really late, that will get into play. I think I will take the Valorous Steed here. I just want to up my creature count by a little bit. But I would like a Short Sword in this deck. Put that on a Siege Striker, that's pretty good. This also works well with Siege Striker because it gives 2 bodies to tap. Here we can choose the Glide Master. I think I will take the Glide Master. It gives us something to do early. And it can harp our Siege Strikers, and it's just a decent 2-drop, and we already have awarded battlements. Don't think I want 2 of those, so the Glide Master, okay. Okay, so here we have to make a decision between the Keen Glide Master and the Makeshift Battalion. And I think I will take the Makeshift Battalion because it works with the Tempered Veteran. We basically want things that gives us counters. Of course, we would absolutely love a Basher's Acolyte in this deck would just be absolutely awesome. I will pick that over a lot of cards. So we already have a Keen Glide Master. This can get +1/+1 counters. Let's go and take that. And we wield the Short Sword. This is decent for the deck. And got both the miscard and the Rookie Mistake. Take the Rookie Mistake, put it in the sideboard, hoping to not play it. And as our homie Ben Stark would say, these cards don't matter. They don't matter at all. I'll take this. If I open up something completely broken in green, I want to splash. I don't even know what that would be. Wishcoin Crab could be okay in the deck. Also for splashing, maybe if we for some reason need a final blow or whatever the name of the 5-mana kill spell is. Take that. Not going to take that. Take this. Forest and return to nature. Whatever. And here we go. Okay. So we got a pack leader. Is he leading this pack? It's pack 3. We don't have any dogs. So I think we might actually want a Feat of Resistance over the pack leader. Even though maybe not. Like he's by himself, he's a 2/2 that attacks and combat damage is prevented, but we would need to pick up like something like two Alpine Watchdogs during this pack to make this guy really something. I guess we have the Rambunctious mod in the sideboard. It's not going to. I think I will take the pack leader. I would like the 3rd Feat of Resistance. It's good with the Tempered Veteran, good with Siege Striker, but let's look a little bit on our curve here. We only have 2 creatures to put in play on turn 2. So I guess the pack leaders is the pick here. If we get Watch Doges, it will be nice. Lofty Denial, I'd like to wheel that. I don't think we have that much stuff that flies though. I'd like to have maybe a Library Larcenist to put Rousing Read on. I think this deck it's okay. It's not the best deck I've drafted. Certainly not the worst. Let's take the pack leader here. Teferi's Tutelage. 2 opts. Do we want Teferi's Tutelage, or do we want Daybreak Charger? Teferi's Tutelage or Lofty Denial. How are we doing on flying? We have Rousing Reed, Gale Swooper, Storming Entity, and Keen Glide Master. So Lofty Denial is playable in the deck. Teferi's Tutelage, like it's a very good card, but it's not really part of our game plan. Our game plan is more like attacking with a bunch of creatures that are hard to block. This is a very interesting pick. It's very hard. We are at pick 2 in pack 3. We have 21 playable cards. I'm just trying to figure out if I can risk taking Tutelage. How good are we at defending ourselves here? The curve looks pretty good. Still short on 2 drops for creatures, which the Daybreak Charger would help us with. Daybreak Charger really good with the Siege Striker. Drop this, make him into a 3/1, tap it, make him into a 4/2, attack with a 4/2 double striker on turn 3. If they can't block it, that's 8 damage. We don't have removal. I mean, we have a little bit, swift response, but Tutelage could be like, I think I'll take Daybreak Charger, because I like this. There's just a chance that I'll play against some aggro deck. I'll put this down and then I'll just be run over. How? Okay, I have the Defiant Strike as well. I have 3 cards, and I have Rousing Read. 4 cards that draws me cards. It's not easy. Do you think this is easy? Please drop a comment if you think this pick is easy. I think I'll take the Charger. I will take the Charger. Like, I won't be sad that I have this. I'll never be like drawing this and going, oh. But a lot of times I'll be drawing Tutelage and it won't do anything at all. If I had like 2 more swift responses, for instance, I'd just snap Tutelage. But I don't. This helps our curve, does a lot of stuff for us. Okay, I should have taken it. I should have taken the Tutelage. Now I got another Daybreak Charger. But the Daybreak Charger is still good. Rattle Form, 1 Defiant Strike, 2 Orbs, a Short Sword, 2 Feeds, but I probably won't be using them pre-combat. Swift response, probably won't be using that pre-combat. Rousing read can trigger it. I just want a playable deck with a Daybreak Charger. Wow, okay, here we go. Are you kidding me? Wow. Pass through Solidarity, really good. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature we control, but then we also have the Seasoned Hellowblade with the mythic uncommon. Discard a card, tap Seasoned Hellowblade, it gains indestructible until end of turn. That's really good. That's really, really good. Also Anointed Chorister, also good. So I'll take the Seasoned Hellowblade. It's a very, very, very nice pickup for us. I would like to have the Solidarity, the Seasoned Hellowblade, the Chorister, and the Secure the Scene in this deck. I can't have it all. You can't have it all. But Hellowblade's just, it's very good. And here we just see a dub, and that's not usually that good, because you know, you put an aura on some creature, they kill the creature, and it's a 2-for-1, you just go down a card. But I mean, having just picked up a Hellowblade, like, this card gets close to unbeatable if it gets +2/+2 in first strike. It's so good then. And it's also good with our two Seed Strikers. So rewind, shock. Red must be kind of open if you see this shock here. Pteranodon also, pick 5. Read the Tides would not be terrible for us, but I'd like the dub now. And Rousing Read or Chorister. How is the curve looking? Yeah, we just smash all these Daybreak Chargers, Pack Leaders. Like, the Pack Leaders just, it's the worst it's ever been in this deck. There's no other dogs. Maybe I won't even play it. I mean, I probably will, but Hellowblade, our 2-drops are looking nice. 3-drops, 2 Seed Strikers. Probably won't be playing the Battlements. Maybe I will, maybe. Rousing Read. Is there anything here that I just feel that I just have to jump? No. No. If I had a Library Larcenist, but no. So I think I will take the Chorister, shift this deck into being a bit more aggressive. So maybe the strategy right now is something like pressure them early, pressure their life total, so they have to make bad blocks, and then have a pretty decent end game as well. Right, so we take, I think we take the Chorister here. What's our creature count? 15 creatures. I mean, Rousing Read is very good. Putting that on Wake of Waves is insane. But we're not playing all of these creatures. This Wishcon Crab, probably not playing that. Probably not playing this. Oh, what did I just... We are playing the Battalion, we're not playing the Battlements. I like the Chorister. It's also a way to gain some life. We can put a dab on it. It's just pretty nice. And here I think I'll play the Lofty Denial. Not sure I'll play it though. But the other cards are kinda meh. Take the Lofty Denial. Chorister. This deck is becoming quite aggressive now. Do we want... Okay, let's make some cards, because we're at 26 cards right now. probably won't be playing the steed. Are we playing Defiant Strike? Maybe we are, maybe we are not. Playing the pack leader. Maybe. It's also like, it's just people may see the pack leader and think, oh, we gotta kill that, because what if he has a lot of dogs, and then they spend some prime removal on it. But right now it's just a 2/2 that's indestructible when it attacks. It's not super impressive. Seasoned Hallowblade is super impressive. Swift Response good. Timbered Veteran, Keen Client Master, all playable. Lofty Denial is not looking so good right now, I must say. And we have 1, 2, 3 cards that trigger it. But I mean, what if we are not taking Lofty Denial? Are we taking another short sword? No, not playing 2 short swords. Tome Anima, not playing that. Rambunctious Mod, not playing that. Prismite, no. Take the Lofty Denial, not playing it, but okay. These cards don't matter. So we could take the, we'll take the cancel. I'm not planning on playing it though, but, and we gotta secure the scene. I think I will play 1 secure the scene in this deck. Okay. Got some gems, that's nice. Have to make 2 cuts. I don't think we'll be playing a Lofty Denial, and I also don't think we will be playing well, is it just a Defiant Strike? It's just so nice with Stormwing Entity. Like, you play some dork on turn 2, attack with it, give it +1/+1/+0, and just slam Stormwing Entity turn 3. It's just really nice, and it's pretty good with Siege Striker. Keen Client Master could be the cut. How are we doing on creatures? 14 creatures, not cutting a creature if we only have 14 creatures. Cutting short sword. Could be cutting short sword. No, but short sword is just decent with everything we have. It's just decent with every single thing we have. Every single thing we have. I think we are probably are we cutting the Defiant Strike? It just seems so critical to have some cantrip spells that we can just use to play Stormwing Entity, because Stormwing Entity just gets so much better. Could be cutting the dub. We could cut the dub, because it's good with Seasoned Hallowblade. It's very good with Seasoned Hallowblade, and it's nice with Siege Striker, but Siege Striker it already has double strike, so we're not just boosting it for 2 attack and 2 defense, or 2 power and 2 toughness, but that's also pretty good. However, short sword way cheaper, and because they're not the same risk for a 2-for-1. So I actually think it's Dub. I think Dub is the cut here. Here's more draft, and I'll go make some dinner for my family, and then I'll resume recording later tonight. See you guys. Hello, I'm back. So in your world, no time at all passed, but in my world, I had some stuff came up. I had to deal with that. I had to go to sleep. Now it's the new day, and I got sick. So if I start making some seriously bad plays, it's just because I'm drowsy and tired and, well, feeling a little sick, to be honest. Let's rename this deck. I cannot. Why am I not allowed to rename this deck? So let's just call it a SMR. So I think there's some problem with my keyboard, maybe. Let's go and see how many wins we can get, if any. I really would like to have one win at least, because then I could get to 750 gems and we could do another draft. Alright, let's go. Hop into the pool, see what we can do. I have disabled the sound from the game. I think it's a little obnoxious and doesn't add much to the experience, but if you like it, drop a comment. You know, if enough people want it, I'll put the sound in and the music. It's fine by me. Alright. Waiting for 32 seconds already. Let's have a sip of this delicious cold beverage. Approaching a minute now. Doesn't anybody want to play with me? I think we found our opponent. We are playing against number 600 in the entire world. Did you see that? That right up here means that this guy is number 600 on in the entire world. So we are at risk of losing. This hand is a keeper, but it's not a superb hand. We will say hello. He's the 600th highest rated player on this platform. Okay, he can nab Defiant Strike. Doesn't do much with the free booty. Let's go ahead and drop a short sword. This is because we would like to maybe get the effect from the Daybreak Charger here. He's playing the Sky Scanner, attacking with the freebooter, putting us back to 20. We will play the Striker. Then it's interesting to see if he has an answer for it. With all black, he probably has. Okay, he's putting the Scythe into play, and he equips the Scythe. It's interesting. And he keeps this back to block. Alright. So what we can do is we can put this down. Then we can equip this. His Scythe will grow. So he is going to... So we don't have much of a choice here. We will attack like this. Decline, I don't want to tap any creatures. He's going to block here, put another counter on his scythe. Do we want to move that? We don't think we want to move that. So we'll just end the turn. His scythe is now bigger. He didn't go a card down on the block because Skyscanner drew him a card. So I can see he's playing very well, as you would expect from number 600 in the world. Only 599 people in the entire world, or at least on this platform, plays limited Magic better than this guy. I'm not cycling the Waker of Waves just yet. Because I'm actually getting kind of close to playing it. And I think I will attack now. I will tap this, and then maybe I will use Feet of Resistance. Am I going to use Feet of Resistance? Probably not. Probably not. I can use that on the block if necessary. No, because then it will kill. So I think we unfortunately have to attack with this guy and then tap this one to pump him. He will block here. I will play the Feet of Resistance. I will give him protection from black. I will eat him, but his scythe will grow again. He can put that on the scythe is now, can make this into a 4/5 flyer. That's what he's going for. Okay, we are on the clock here. Doesn't feel too great. He's equipping that, it's growing. Okay. This is not, does not feel too great. We will try to just have to try here. Okay, we eat that. His scythe grows even further. Yeah, we are in some serious trouble. But if he bricks now, meaning if he doesn't have any attacks, he does have an attack. Okay, so that means he does have something he can add to the board. He didn't. Interesting. So that means we can play the Waker of Waves, maybe? Should we attack first? He probably has a kill spell. Probably the Grasp of Darkness. He kills the striker. Okay, let's attack. Wow. So he must be pretty confident that he can kill me now. Because, or you could also say that I am on a 2-turn clock, but I do have some significant power on the board. Oh, so he was not playing mono black at all. He was actually playing red black, and he just couldn't find So if we draw, let's say we draw feet of resistance, we win. Our rousing read is good enough. Rousing read is good enough because we can play this. Then we can jump this with the rousing read. And we discard this. And then we opt. Is there a reason we opt? Not sure. Let's see. We don't want that. And then we attack. And we win. And we just defeated the 600th best player on Arena right now. Okay, and we got that sweet one win that secures us another draft. So we now have, at the very least, 750 gems, so we can have another draft. Let's see if we can win another one. Another one. Beard sounds. Weird beard sounds. Somebody get him some clippers. His freaking beard is weird. Generalan. General 7. That's a fast hand. This is a fast hand, and we go first. It's absolutely playable. Let's see. Okay, they play some burn maybe. Drop this. Attack. Drop this one, it's the strongest. They can shock it if they want to. So it's interesting. Okay, they play another mountain, so we don't know their colors just yet. Okay, we can attack with these two. Maybe they want to try and kill something. We can consider feat of resistance. Probably we will. They are not. They do have some stop here. Scorching Dragonfire. Nope. Red. And we attack. Get in for 4. It's okay. They put out a sky scanner. So we got a little swift response there. That's not too bad. We can start activating this soon. And we will be able to pump our chorister soon as well. Attack with this guy. He's indestructible. Okay, we get in for a little bit of damage. Put out our Glide Master. We have swift response up. No targets for it just yet, but next turn, if they don't add anything to the board, or if they don't add anything better than a 1/3, we can drop the land, attack with a 4/4. Alright, I think I don't think we will be killing that. It's just a 3/3 flyer. It has to attack. I don't care about that. We could just kill it, but Don't see a reason. Okay. Now we can attack with these two. Do you want to block? Do you want to... Okay, so he probably has the Dragonfire. Let's get it out of him. He didn't have the Dragonfire. So if he doesn't want to block there, his play with putting the Fur of the Bin on this one is really bad, because I gain more life with this guy when he doesn't block than I lose to this guy. Okay, now we have some interesting options. I think we can just win. No, this has reached. So but he has to, we can jump this, and then he has to, if we give this +2/+0, he will have to block it. It will be it will be indestructible, or rather all combat damage to it will be prevented. So it will just eat his turret ogre, and then no other attacks. I think that's good. So we go like this, pump this, use this, hop this, attack with this. He has to block here. We eat it. And he has to attack with this, so he needs to add blockers to the board. I think he is playing a Boros aggro deck and just drew all the wrong cards. Because what he's playing here is not like the idea of putting Fur of the Bin on a Sky Scanner when I have Anointed Chorister and play it enough to pump is close to meaningless. There's another Anointed Chorister. I can jump 2 creatures and attack for lethal. Let's do that. Maybe like so. Jump this one. And I mean, even if he does something like Dragonfire it here, we'll still jump the Charger. Attack for 3, he will be at 2, be in a very hard position to deal with. So even if he does sort of stop this, okay, now the pack leader is indestructible, so I think he's okay. He's giving us a 4/4 flying creature. That is desperation. So Angelic Ascension here, you usually use that on your own creatures. You exile something, and then you create a 4/4. So I think we'll just take that damage. I mean, we could block with the 4/4 Angel, but if he had some way to, if he had a Dragonfire or a Shark or something. Okay, drop the land, attack with everything. This should be game. Do we wanna jump something? We need, it's over. Yeah, he was there. I think he could have maybe exiled his own Sky Scanner and then blocked maybe the Daybreak Charger. He could have eaten that. He would still be on 2, but then he would have a 2/2 flyer in play. I think maybe he was not that good, but he was a platinum player, so yeah, maybe he had something in his hand, just hoping to get to that. Okay, 2 wins. Been playing against a really good player and either a very unlucky player or maybe someone who wasn't that good. Okay, this is a very easy keep. I'll say hello. I'll drop the chorister. Probably going to opt in the next turn. Let's just play this. Maybe I should have played the... No, of course I shouldn't. Attacking for 1. Okay, he's playing black. We are not going to opt just yet. We will do that in their end step. Get maximum value. Is this good diamond? What's going on here? Okay, we will opt. Find a land. Is that what we want? I don't think we want the land, because we can play most of the stuff in our hand. The Waker of Waves, of course, will come later. Okay, let's get the turn. Play the Siege Striker. No attacks. His 2/2 bear. It's the grizzly zombies. It's a 2/2 zombie. Blocks the chorister very effectively, but I think we're doing alright here. 2 removal spells in hand. This one is castable. Have no good targets for it. This one will be castable in 3-4 turns. We could expect to be able to cast this. He doesn't wanna. Okay, let's just drop this one. Then we will attack with the Siege Striker. We will tap the chorister. And so now the question is, if he can kill this, he can. Nothing to do about that. He kills that. It's okay. End the turn. We were not going to beat eliminate unless we drew Feet of Resistance. And I mean, so now he's playing some sort of life gain deck, looks like. Oh, this is too bad. I don't like this. We are getting significantly behind here. There's nothing we can do about that. You will have to kill that. Very significantly behind here. If we draw land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm thinking about if we should super cycle the Waker, but I don't think so. So now we will swift response the archer when it attacks, probably. Or maybe we'll just take 5. I think we'll just take 5 maybe. Because if he drops something bigger, we would like to kill that. Yeah, we just take 5 here. 2 lanes of Waker of Waves. Maybe he has the final blow kill spell. Okay. His army's getting pretty big now. Do we wanna swift response that? He'll get in for 7. And I don't think we'll be able to play something. I think we'll have to. So we traded 3 life for some information here. Okay, we're now 1 land away from Waker of Waves, and we have a decent blocker here. So the game is not lost yet, but we are a significant underdog, I would say. He has a lot of cards in hand. Let's just hope he's playing a life gain deck and he can't find his white source, and that'll give us some time. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we'll just... I think we will block that. He will make us lose 2 life. That's not too bad. Or maybe if we draw land, we'll drop Waker, then these guys won't be that strong. I think I will block. Also, this makes him use some mana. Okay, yeah. It's okay, draw land. It was not a land. Okay, but we do have secure the scene. And if our Waker of Waves survives just 1 turn, we will have feed up. Also nice. But we need a land. We really do. I think he should just attack with both. Put me at 9 here. He has mana up for finishing blow. If I drop Waker of Waves and he just kills it with a blow. Okay, there's the Blood Garden. We will just be secure the scening that if we don't have anything else to do. This does give him a 1/1 soldier. That will be it will be negated by the Waker of Waves, so we are pretty close. You just need a land, and then we need for him to not have a way to deal with Waker of Waves. Then we will win. Oh, that's a creepy voice. Creepy voice. I hope that's not too... oh. Okay. Oh. So there's no way we can block all of that. So we will have to use cycling here. We will discard it like this. Then we put this card into our hand, but it's not going to be enough, not even close. Play this. And we will make him finish the job. But yeah, we just didn't really get enough creatures this game. I probably should have Waker of Waved. That's interesting. So I'm actually not dead, technically. I'm not dead. Okay, I am dead because he has these two, so the only way to not die actually is to let it all through. Because otherwise he'll just... Okay, and then he kills us like that. It's alright. There's nothing we can do about it. It's over. Good beats. This is just the kind of stuff that happens. Probably I shouldn't have banked that much on the Waker of Waves. Should have cycled that earlier. Maybe. Drop a comment if you think I should have cycled that or if it was correct. I was pretty much on the back foot. the Waker of Waves would sort of stabilize, but didn't quite get there with the lands. This is a pretty good hand. It's interesting to see if I'll make a good decision about whether or not I should cycle the Waker. I can get in for 2 lifelink here. I'll drop the planes to not tell him that we are playing blue as well. It's not that it matters that much, but you know, no reason to give information when we don't need to. I think we would like to get the striker down. First we'll attack. Okay. Well, I think we'll just save it. Give it protection from black, eat that one, gain a little bit more life, and say in turn. So, okay, is that going to be a problem? I don't know. What I will do is I will attack with this one. That's kind of free. Gain some life. He'll block. He should block. I mean, it was ridiculous of me to play the Siege Striker first, because now there's less combat tricks I could have. And then I will move the short sword over here, giving this a little buff so that if he plays the skeleton archer, that gives 1 damage when it enters the battlefield. He won't be able to kill the striker. Next turn I can play the battalion, make this into a 4/4 double strike. If he can't deal with that, he'll take 8 damage. Unless he wants me to eat the patrician, he probably don't want that. And even if he does something really good, like putting a dub on the patrician right now, that's interesting. He's adding that to the board. Okay. But that means I have some interesting choices here. I could attack with only the chorister, because I have the possibility to pump it to 5. Or I could play this, attack with this one. I'll have to eat that one. That seems pretty good. Attack with this. He doesn't have any combat tricks available, because Alchemist Gift, the only 1 mana thing that does, it gives death touch. Doesn't matter because this is first strike. Okay. So he did take a chunk of damage there, but now he has a tabber. How close am I to dropping the weight? He's attacking? That means he probably has the Gaggle Master. He gains 4 life, right? That drains me a little bit, doesn't matter too much. Should we cycle? If we draw 2 straight lanes, we'll get Waker down. I don't think we need to cycle just yet. No, and now we just need 1 land. And here I can attack with everything. I'll get a counter on the battalion. If he blocks the striker, they will trade, and I'll get in for some nice damage with the chorister. So I think we just attack with everything. Seems pretty good. Yep. Alright, so what do you want to do? Siege Striker is the most dangerous creature on the battlefield right now, but the chorister is also dangerous for him. It's not... I'm not sure why he would attack with the Celestial Enforcer instead of just tapping the Siege Striker down. Of course that means he couldn't play the Gaggle Master. That means his hand is probably such that he really wants to play the Gaggle Master. They trade like that. If that's how he wants to trade, he's going to take a big chunk of damage here. And I'm going to gain 5 life. He's at 9. And if I draw a land, I can drop Waker. That doesn't work for him. It's just a 1/2 flyer. It's not that bad for me. Watchdog, also not that big of a problem. He attacks with that one. Okay, so the Hallow Blade is pretty good. We'll put that into play. And then we see if he wants to tap the striker. Big mistake putting the Hallow Blade into play before he has to choose what he wants to tap and stuff, but okay. Making some mistakes here. Of course I can move the sword to the chorister. That'll make it a 3/3, but it's not going to be very good. So I'll just say no attacks. But if I get a land, it'll just turn Patrician off. It will make his freebooter into a 0/2. It will diminish his army very, very significantly. He's attacking with everything here. I think I'll just take it. He's keeping that back. Okay. No blocks. Take 3 damage. Still above our starting life total. No problem. Okay, let's get a land. That was a land. So that means we can... Should we play this before we attack or after we attack? If we play it now, it'll make all his creatures bad. It'll make it so that the Siege Striker becomes very good. It's good. So if he has the finishing blow, we are in big trouble. If not, so we can attack with this one. And he didn't want to, this is interesting, he didn't want to tap it. Why would he not want to tap the striker? That's very interesting. We tap these two. Make it into a 4/4. He has to block it. He'll block it with the watchdog. It's the only option here, unless he has finishing blow in hand. Does not seem to be the case. And he has a 1/1 that can be pumped. So we are looking very good now, actually. And also nice with the Halo Blade, meaning that all lands we draw are just make Season Halo Blade indestructible cards for 0 mana, instant speed. It's very good. I think we're doing pretty well here. He can tap one thing. But I mean, oh, so that's the second time an opponent had to Angelic Ascent one of my creatures. It's way better when they do that. Okay, we can drop this and pump something. We even have enough to also pump Chorister. So I think we will drop this, pump Chorister, attack with Chorister, and they'll tap Siege Striker and attack with this one. I think that's the play. Like so. And we attack. Now he has, of course, to tap the Siege Striker. And if he doesn't tap the Siege Striker, okay, he does. And then we attack with this one and this one. Like so. Let's see how he wants to block that. The striker will be really, like the Chorister will be pretty big. It'll be a 7/5. Okay. This also gives us a little bit of life. Not that our life total is a great concern here, but we are basically kind of cruising in this situation. The Patrician, yeah, he doesn't want to mess with that anymore. Okay, so yeah, Angelic Ascension, if you're watching this and you're kind of new to the M21 as a format or Magic in general, Angelic Ascension, where you make exile a creature and make it into a 4/4 flying angel, you want to only include that in your deck if you have like good targets, like low drops that could be a threat early in the game, and then you just exile them later when they are being blanked by some bigger creature, and then you get this flying. It's a terrible removal spell, because a spell where you just make a 7/7 into a 4/4 flyer like he did, that's not what you want to be doing, and you're going down a card. Yeah. Also, you can use it as a combat trick, so you can block something, and then that thing is considered blocked unless if it has trample, it won't pass the damage on to you. So what you do is that you make the block, and then you instant speed play Angelic Ascension on your own creature that would otherwise have just been eaten. It'll come back into play, not blocking the creature that is now already blocked, and that way you have gained a free block and upgraded one of your creatures. You can always use it in response if you have the mana available. If they like play a kill spell, let's say they play finishing blow on one of your creatures, and you just say, well, that creature doesn't exist anymore, so your finishing blow will fizzle, but I will get this 4/4 angel. In that situation, the card is absolutely fantastic. Just going to take a quick break here. See you in, well, in your world. I'll see you in just a second. And I'm back. Back again. ASMR Chess is back. Tell a friend. So we are sitting on 3 wins now. It's decent. 1 loss. In a game that maybe I could have played differently. Right, this is a keepable hand. Seasoned Hallow played really good. We need some more lands, but this guy can practically win a game on his own. Okay, there was a land. Will we get... will it be possible for us to... Okay, the Chorister. He's playing Celestia counters. This deck is extremely good. Hey, that's very nice. That's very nice. So I think we can just attack here. But just throw out the land if he, but he doesn't want to. We'll just say it's all fine. And then next turn, if he attacks with something, we can, yeah, this is what we like to see. We are going to take the damage, because then we will have a target. Then we will have a target for swift response. So what we can do is we can swift response that, boom, and we can play this. Then we'll scry 2. We want the Tempered Veteran. Do we want the land? We have so many things to do. We will draw on different land. We don't want the land. Okay. Then we will attack with this thing. Attack like so. This only triggers at their end step. They just take the damage. This was nice. Okay. No problem. Give us a little bit of damage. Wow, they didn't even play anything. That's amazing. We will add another flyer to the board. Jump the veteran. Attack for 6. So we are basically just racing here. Oh. Okay. He will eat the entity. Nothing we can do about that. Probably will just turn that into a 1/1 token pretty soon. Trying to keep him off getting value off of Mauler here. Attacks with both of those. Not going to block. He could have all kinds of tricks. Okay. So I think what we want to do here is
probably want to have feet of resistance up. So maybe we just want to attack with, I think actually we just want to attack with a Hallow Blade. Then we want to drop the Veteran. And then we hope that we can eat the Angel with the Feet of Resistance on the Gale Swooper, making it a 5/3 protection from white. That would be kind of nice. Okay, we will have to make it protection from... We'll have to give it protection from green though. We can still block one of these. Are we taking that damage? I think we are. If he has Ranger's Guile, I just die and I'll get in for 4. No blocks. Okay, like so. Okay, and he didn't want to add anything to the board. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is not 9. If we make this into a 1/1 token, so I think rather if it does have Ranger's Guile, we absolutely need a blocker on the ground. So I think actually we do want to see if we can Ranger's Guile, see if we can secure the scene here. The question is, do we want to kill the Mauler or the Flyer? If we kill the Mauler, we can get in for 8. I think we will actually try to kill the Mauler. We can't get in for 8. That's and he did have Ranger's Guile. So we are going to, will we attack with this one? He'll attack with that one. I'll put us to 1. I think we will. Or maybe not. Trade with that. It will put us to 1. It will put him to 5. And then we can kill him with the Tempered Veteran. I will attack. Because next turn. So we can block the Sabertooth Mauler forever. Okay, he has something good here. He has training. There's nothing we can do about that. Okay. Citizen training. Okay. So he kills us. Okay. We'll allow him to finish the game off here. Okay. I'm not sure. He had to have something to boost this. Just doing all of this for fun because, of course, the game is over. Good game. Back on the horse. Let's play another game. Let's see how well it goes. If you get one more, it'll be quite nice. Should I have not attacked there? I mean, it put him on a 1-turn clock. If he didn't have a way to win, and we had no reason to suspect that he had a way to, like he had one card in hand. Maybe even drew the citizen training off the top. I think it was correct to attack there. I think it gave us the highest chance to win the game. And as always, drop a comment. If you disagree, please state why so that I can learn. Right. It's a fast hand again. Attack with this one next turn probably, yeah. With the charger. And now we just really need some land. Just one blue, we can cycle this, get some more land, play our cards. He plays his own chorister. Well, that's not the worst. We will. Do we want to get in for more damage? I think we will. Okay, so we are getting nicely ahead on board, but he has all these cards in hand, and we have these very late cards. Okay, he's basically doing the same thing, but I can just trade, and I will, like so. This is not looking brilliant. How are we attacking with this? Trading, I don't think there's a reason for that. No reason to do that, but what I would like to do is get this card out of shock range. I mean, I could attack. It's a trade. If I attack, he doesn't block, and he'll attack me back. I won't block. That's worse for him. If I attack and he blocks, it's a trade. I have 3 cards in hand. He has 5 cards in hand. I have a little bit of a better board, but maybe I need this to block something else that he puts in play. Like if he puts just the stupid 5/2 ogre, Hobble Fiend. Okay. So are we attacking now? Nothing changed really. Nope, not attacking. No attacks. This is really hurting for blue mana here. Not a lot of strategic decisions. Oh, this is Bash Acolyte, good card. It still hasn't got any good attacks, so it's good we kept this back. Now we have the Feet of Resistance. That's nice because it means we can start growing stuff. So are we just attacking, eating something, and then starting to grow it with the Tempered Veteran? That'll make this into a 5/3, and then when we grow it once more, it'll be hard to. Okay, let's attack. If he has the shock, it's a blowout, of course, but let's see. Oh, he is just taking the damage. Okay. Well, why wouldn't he? So, what do we want to eat here? I think we want to eat this. Like this. Alright. Well, 2 can play at that game. Red. Okay. Stuff is happening. Do we want to super cycle this? He's down to 2 cards. This guy is blocking everything really well. We could just secure the scene. He's playing Boros aggro. What's the chance that he has? Could we raise him? Let's say we kill the Hobble Fiend. We attack for 8. That's a pretty good raise. That's a raise we are winning. So he gets a 1/1. So he attacks for 7. We could also just not secure the scene. He attacks for 10 though. How far off? We need stuff. We can cycle this. I think we are attacking here. Like so. And then it's interesting if he has another feat of resistance. He does not have another feat of resistance. He gains 2 life back. He adds a watch doge to the board. We just okay, we're getting pretty close to the Waker here, because let's say we drop this and then we scry our 7th land, and then his entire army will be pretty shite. So I think we just play this. It's also a flyer. Okay, we do want the feat of resistance, but we want the land first. Then we won't attack. Interesting. So he can now ping stuff. But so if he has a land, he can kill this. We still have very good blocks on his board, and as soon as we drop the Waker, we will have very, very good blocks. So I think we are doing very well now. Okay, gain this. Drop the Waker. Make all his creatures terrible. Attack with this one. Have good blocks. Do we even want to attack with this one also? Because he can attack for like nothing at all. Because the Waker is so good. So I think actually we will. Because I'm at 16, I'm in no. Okay, so I just killed 2 of these. Like so. And I'm at 16, he has 1 card in hand. A Sanctum that doesn't do that much in this situation. I have a Waker of Waves. So I think I can just attack with everything here. Maybe put the sword on this one. I know there is a... Is there a way to kill the Waker actually? In blue. White has no there's Angelic Ascension, I guess. That would be pretty funny if he had that. I mean, I'm almost 100% to win this game. So I'm not going to give this protection from white, even though if he doesn't have anything, it would just it would be unblockable and it would win. But I mean, he has to do something really incredible to not lose anyway. And I mean, if he has some whatever way secure the scene, maybe to kill the Waker of Waves. I just really want to have this Feat of Resistance. Also this way, this Feat of Resistance actually triggers A, and there we go. Nope. So that was why we did that. We don't know if he drew that off the top. Oh well, that's sorcery speed though. I don't know. I think it was correct. We are at 4 wins. So we are in the plus range now. Because even if we lose a game, we have won more than we have lost. So, but I think the deck is decent. It has some small synergies that works kind of well. It can deal with aggro formats. It has some late game, but it's not amazing at all. I think it's like a C plus deck, something like that. Are you enjoying the video? If you like the video, press like maybe. Would be nice. So help me pursue my dream of getting a lot of likes and thereby getting my videos exposed to more people. They'll watch it, maybe they'll become patrons, maybe they'll just watch the videos and I'll earn a little bit of money. You know, I have this dream of doing this full time. So, yeah. Not that it's your responsibility to help me with that, but if you feel like it, you can do it. Hopefully you're all asleep now. Okay, pretty good hand, kind of aggressive. Have the pack leader, has done good work, even though it has no synergy whatsoever. It's just a 2/2 that attacks with a fog on it. We will drop the planes, going into the island pack leader, probably. He's just playing the short sword. Alright. That means that probably he's playing something next turn that he can put it on. Or maybe he just didn't have anything else to do. He's playing the Glide Master. It's not going to be a problem for us. Do we want to rousing read the pack leader? I don't think so. I think we just want to attack. It will be unblockable. He'll just take the damage, everything else would be silly. Why is he waiting? I mean, it's indestructible, or rather, combat damage would be prevented, so drop this one. The Enforcer. Do we want to just kill that? I think we do want to trade those because it has the potential to. And now I think we do want a rousing read. We are just shipping the land. Attacking with this one. Reason I ship the land, I know I want to get up to Waker of Waves, but I got an opt as well. So probably if I like end up in a situation where I really need a land, I can just do that. At the top, he's going to be a little sad when I just swift response that. Let's go for opt first, see what we get. Land. That's the land we shipped. But maybe we do actually want that. Maybe we do. because we can maybe drop the Gale Swooper. We could also kill this, but I mean, we can take another. No, we want to kill this now, actually. We do want to kill this. Because if he ends up with something like Ranger's Guile or something, it'll look pretty stupid. So, let's go like this, end the turn. And now, we are looking to play Siege Striker. And then hop it with the Swooper. Well, this could change that. I don't know. Oh, that's interesting. So we can play this one and this one. Attack for quite a bit. Attack for 5. I'll put him to 7. So. And he's tapped out, so there's nothing he can do. This flies. Okay, we'll go like this. We will attack like this. He's at 7. We play this, and then next turn he could be in trouble if he doesn't add something interesting to the board now. If he attacks with the Adept, I'll block with the Charger. He'll get a 1/1 token. It's not going to be a huge problem. I can drop the Gale Swooper, jump the Siege Striker, tap the Swooper to give it +1/+1. I'll have a 3/3 flyer and a 2/2 double strike flyer. And yeah, he's going to have some problems there. He's going to have some problems there. So he is trying to figure out how he's getting out of this. I'm not sure. Okay. That's absolutely fine. That's no problem at all. Okay. I think we're just taking that damage. Doesn't mean that much to us. Now he's down to 3 mana. So he has to prevent. That is probably not going to do it. Because what we can do is we can play this, jump this, attack with this and this. Does this have reach? No. Then when we submit 2, so this is now a 3/3 double strike, and that's the game. So looking at 5 wins now. I think that's decent. Also here, when you reach the diamond level, it seems like it just got a lot harder in a way. Like the opponents, like some of the opponents you get are some of the best people in the world. Like I played against number 600 in the world earlier, if you call it that. So some of them can be quite tough. I don't know exactly how the rating translates because I only started playing the arena. I only started playing Modern Magic actually during Theros, and I played quite a bit of Theros. Didn't get too good, and then I didn't like Ikoria. Didn't play Ikoria except for like 3 drafts or something. And then I've been drafting this, well, enough to get here, like diamond level. And yeah, let's see if we can get another win. If we can't, it's okay. 5-3 is decent score, especially at this level. I'd say. So, are you enjoying the video? Are you? Do you like the sound of cold beverages being poured into glasses?
Oh, this hand. Ah, I'm not going to keep this hand. I'm going to do a Jamie Lannister and lose this hand because, like, if I draw a plains and I have 9 sources for that in the remaining 33 cards, so I should be able to get it at some point. But if I don't, this will be absolutely terrible. So I am going to mulligan this. This is much better. We'll just ship this land. I think we will actually play the chorister. I think it happens just a very, very minor upside playing the chorister here. The other option was playing the Glide Master on turn 2, which is what we are missing, but we do spend all of our mana anyways, and we do get a little life swing here. We ping him for 1 and we take 1 ourselves. Now of course we just really want a land. Okay, he plays the Siege Striker, that's a good card. So would there be any point in trying to attack with this without the sword, hoping that he would block? No, because he wouldn't. But maybe, just maybe, we can try to bait him. So if he plays a creature, taps that creature, even though this has 2/2, it would kill it, but then we will eat it with Feet of Resistance. So I think what we will do is not add to the board, then hope that he plays a creature, attack with the Siege Striker, taps the creature, we block with the Chorister, and use Feet of Resistance. Okay, so he's just attacking with a 1/1. Did he call our bluff? Or is it so that he just can't play a creature? And he has some combat trick. Okay, the land we can go attack, gain the life back, it's no problem. Then we just drop a couple of creatures. I think we're doing alright here. He's playing a white, green, black. Hasn't been able to drop something on turn 4. Could be a problem for him. Wow. So I think we are just attacking with everything. Attacking with everything here. Maybe we don't want to attack with this actually, because
if he does something feat, if we put the feat of resistance in, we want to be able to tap this to get a additional counter. So let's see what happens. Blocking there. Okay, we will use feet. That's fine. We are also protection from white. And we would like to put a +1/+1. Oh. Why can't I do that? It does have a protect. Oh, it has, because it has protection from. That's funny. Okay, let's just go. So. And then we end the turn. And also there was no reason, because then we wouldn't have this up. And we can actually, okay. So let's grow this. Then maybe just secure the scene, that thing, or attack with everything except of course the no reason to attack with that one. He can be eaten by the twin blade, but we can attack with the chorister. We do have feet up, he has no mana up. This can be a 5/5, and we have feet. It can be a 6/6 with feet. We could attack with this one. If he tries to eat it, you could put feet of resistance on. No, because then it will get protection. No, it won't get protection from white, it will get protection from black or green. Then we could eat that. I think we are attacking with both of these. Okay. So what do we want to kill here? We can just kill both of them. He has no tricks. No way to pump it. We'll give it +2/+2 and protection from okay. So we're going to do this. Then we are going to give it protection from green. Then we are going to put a +1/+1 counter on it, like so. And we are just going to blow him out completely. Right, that's nice. So he needs a way to deal with the chorister now. If he has a way, he does not have a way to deal with the chorister. Apparently people not playing finishing blow that much for some reason. It's not a format where finishing blow is very good. It's a 5 mana instant speed kill spell, but it's too slow for a lot of the aggro strategies. But when you play something like here and I just put all the eggs in one basket, I have this enormous anointed chorister, it would just be I would if you look at this situation here, with one card in hand, if he kills this, I'll have a 2/1 and a 1/2. That is good if I have any +1/+1 counters, but I won't, and I'll have a sword, and I'll secure the scene and have 5 cards in hand, and he'll be at 14. So that would be, I would be the underdog there, I think. So we have one last game. No matter if we, doesn't matter if we win or lose, there'll only be one more game in this video. Probably I'll do another draft and make another video. Probably take some days to get it done and upload and everything, but yeah. I think the deck has done well, a little better than I expected maybe, and I think I have done quite well. I was really afraid that I would make more obvious mistakes, you know, the kind of howler mistake where you just howl to the moon right after you do the mistake because you just know, okay, this was so stupid. But yeah, I made a lot of smaller mistakes and I'm not aware of them right now, like but you always make mistakes, of course. It's like chess or something, but I'll have to go watch the video and find out what the mistakes were. This is a pretty nice hand. My opponent goes first. Start with the grove. Yeah, I'll keep this. Start with the grove, the grove, the cove. Start with the cove. Then if we're not going to draw more land, we can just opt when we need to. We also have to find strike in a pinch. Okay. I think we'll drop the Glide Master here and just hope to draw land. And if we don't, we'll opt. We didn't, but we did draw the Hallow Blade. The Hallow Blade unfortunately being blanked by the Brontodon. But I think actually I will drop the Hallow Blade here. Just give myself one more turn to find that land. Interesting. Because I was thinking that if he's going to attack with that, okay, he isn't. Then we have a land. Are we just going to play the Seed Striker? I think we are. So we have good blocks basically, because we can double block that, make this one indestructible. Oh, okay, he gets a 3/3 for 2 there. This can attack because this has 4 power. Alright. So, what do we want to do? We could hop this one for 6 damage. He'll get in for 7. Doesn't seem that good. We would be at 14, both of us. But I wouldn't add anything to the board. Doesn't seem good. I think it's better to just go like this. So he has a combat trick apparently. So he has priority here. He's thinking, if I attack with the strike, I can make it a 5/5. Is that good? I think it is. But I'll just wait one turn. Hopefully get a land, hop it with a swooper, make it a 6/6, get in for 12 damage. That will be really nice. So because I mean, if he had some Titanic growth, maybe it would be really annoying to have my striker eaten by this Brontodon here. And if I draw a land, it'll be really nice. Actually, I don't even really need to draw a lane. What's going on here? What's going on there? I'll just block like this. What do we want to ship? Do we want to ship Defiant Strike, I think. That was very weird. Why would he do that? I don't understand that attack. He basically traded a Pteranodon on board for a Defiant Strike in my hand. Okay. So he can only have Ranger's Guile up now. I can make this into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can make it into a 6/6 double strike that will kill both of his creatures. And even if he has Ranger's Guile, it's not going to be enough. Should I opt first? Because I can also just jump it. I could jump it. It gains flying. Then it will only get +4/+4. It'll get in for 10 damage. He'll have 6 damage on the backswing. But then he'd lose. And he's going to lose. So I think I'll just do that actually. Because he's like on a he's like on a 2-turn clock now. Because if he can't stop this, I'll just do the same thing again next turn, and that's the game. And he can give me 6 damage. That's not a problem at all. And if I draw a land, I can even do it with the swooper, make it even bigger. And he's played 4 cards with the training. Well, okay, this can attack as a 4/4, but that's still just 8 damage. Okay, he's killing that. Okay. That's a good card. That's a very good card. Okay. So now I really want a land for the swooper. Okay. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. He gets in for 9. And I didn't get the land. Do I want to opt maybe? Because I want to play Pack Leader anyway. Or do I want to hop this one, attack? If I attack with everything, he blocks something like this one, he'll get 5. He'll be, if he blocks there, not sure. I think I'll opt to see if I get something good. A land, I actually do want that. Play that. Do I want to play the Pack Leader, or do I just want to hop this? Attack, he'll be at 7. I can jump something. Or do I want to? No, I think I'll play this. Then I will I will attack with this one. Because this will attack as a 4/4. Attack with that one. Okay, so what do you want to do here? It's a pretty interesting game now. He's blocking like that. I want to use this effect. How far am I off playing this? Pretty far. So I'll discard that. Eat that one. End the turn. You can get in for something like a track down. So he's digging for something. Track down is not the problem for me. Did he got a land? Is he playing mono? What's going on here? The Dilophosaur. Okay, what kind of attacks will he be making? He's making no attacks. Okay. So I can hop something with the swooper. What do we want to hop though? He can attack for exactly 12. So we just basically just need one blocker to survive. These guys attacks us 4/4, so I think we'll just hop this guy, attack with him, like this. It's a pretty interesting game. So he has these Dilophosaurs. They'll all be 4/4s. But he's dead to the swarm if he doesn't. Okay. That's a start. So he attacks like that. Yep, it's fine. They'll all grow. So, how do we want to do this? I think we want to jump one of them, take 8, gain 1, and we'll be at 5. This one has trample though. I think this is fine. He's tapped out, so I think this is fine. Now, I think we just win. Okay, we can win in a couple different ways, it looks like. What we can do is we can hop this one with the Glide Master and boost it with this one. Then we'll get in for enough. I think we're actually winning in a million different ways here. We could also just attack with everything, but we're doing it like this. One. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we got to 7 wins. It's an interesting game, that one. Did he forget about the Hello Blade ability to become... Oh, that's nice. We rank up on the last game. That's nice. I don't know. Did he forget that the Hello Blade could become indestructible? I don't think so. He played pretty well. Didn't. These honorary Dilophosaurs, they actually seemed okay in this game, but I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're very good. Playing mono green. This card is insane. This is really good. Okay. So that's it. We got to 7 wins. 2 losses. I'm satisfied with that. If you liked the video, please like it, subscribe, comment, say what you like, what you didn't like. If there's something we would have done differently, if there's some videos you'd like to see, all of that. It feels good to be back doing some of these